I'm going to do this in English because it's a Facebook Live and I have a lot of non-Dutch speaking friends as well. So a couple of days ago I posted a message on my Facebook saying that there was a package for me arriving via UPS to my office, and people were guessing what could possibly be in the package, and so I had all kinds of guesses, ranging from maybe it's the Russian anti-coronavirus, I mean the vaccine, like antivirus or vaccine, whatever. And there were all kinds of suggestions, but nobody got it right. And so this is just what I want to do today. I'm gonna I think this is my first official unboxing video. So let's have a look what's inside. And this is a real unboxing. Like I have an idea obviously what's inside, but I have resisted the temptation to actually have a look, and I'll just I'll wait. Any more guesses what it could be? Auntie says it's the 100S. No, it's not. It's not. Could be, but maybe it's related. Anyway, I need something. I'm gonna switch. I have a very sophisticated setup here. Let's open this. And I've actually cut myself live on Facebook. How about that? All right. And it is a sample, I've been told. So, and I'm supposed to test it out. And so there we go. That's what's in the box. It has to do with the GFX in a way, because this is the 45mm f1.4 Dragonfly lens. So let me, okay. So this is the 45mm Dragonfly lens. So this is the first, or one of the first custom-built lenses for the GFX that's not by Fujifilm. There's a lot of other lenses that you can use with an adapter and stuff, but this is like a lens that's really built for the GFX system. And the cool thing is that it's 45mm, so it corresponds to about a 35mm full frame equivalent. But what's really cool is that it's a 1.4 lens. So normally there's in the Fujifilm's own lineup, there's actually two lenses that cover the 45mm. There's a 45mm prime, but that's a 2.8, and there's also a the 45mm that's covered in the 32 to 64. I have Mrs. More Than Words complaining about that she knows now where her Stanley knife is. Auntie says he's been checking that one out too. So let me look, and I've really cut myself. So let me have a look. It's nicely packaged for sure. So it's very premium. Let's put it. I kind of like this way of packaging, and it's also heavy. I mean, it's this is so it's a 45mm 1.4. Like I said, that corresponds in full frame terms to a 35mm, and in terms of depth of field to less than 1.4. In fact, maybe 1.2 or something around that. So. There's one thing you should know right off the bat, and that is that this is a manual focus lens. So this lens, if you're all about autofocus, this lens won't work for you. This is manual focus, but it sure feels heavy. It's like over a kilogram, and it looks really, really polished, as you can see. So again, I've never held this in my hand. This is the finishing. You see there's a, because it's a manual focus lens, you have a really large focusing ring and a lot of throw to the focusing ring. And there you have the nice aperture, 1.4. You can see the blood on my hands from trying to open the package, to 16. And what's really cool is that there is also a lock on the lens. So if you've achieved focus, you can lock the focus. So that's a good thing, I think. Anyway, 45mm 1.4, neutrino coating, whatever that might be. In fact, let's switch over for a second to the lens manufacturer's website and let's read a little bit more about the specs of this lens. So it's by IRIXLENS, and I don't know a lot of them. I just know that they're like a collective of photographers and lens designers, and they also make lenses for Canon and Nikon, and they're well known for their cine lenses, in fact. But so this is the 45 GFX. It already existed for, I think, Canon and Nikon, but so this is the one. Let's have a look at the technical data. It's manual focusing, as we said. Minimum focusing distance of 0.4 meters. Gaia aperture range from 1.4 to 22. And a weight of 1120 grams. So I'm really looking forward to trying this lens out, and I'll do that probably next week or the week after. It kind of depends. Let's put it on my GFX for a second, shall we? So I'll switch back to the overhead cam. So let's see how that works. Yeah, so that's working nicely. Let me focus. All right, so seems to fit just fine, so that's good. Anyway, I won't try it right now, as I said, because I have not a lot of interesting stuff to photograph over here. But let's head over to have a look at some of the images I previously shot around this focal length. Like this is an image that I shot with the 32 to 64 at 41 millimeters. So whether you shoot at 41 or 45 millimeters. So what I like about this focal length is that it's really a nice balance. So what I'm hoping to achieve with this lens here, with the Irix, is that I can play more with the depth of field of my in my images. So I might get the foreground really sharp and the background more out of focus to get more of a 3D feel. And this is another one I shot at that around that angle. This is also one of my favorites, and again what I'm hoping to do is that I could throw that background even more out of focus. Here is, oh, this is also one of my favorites. This is at 46 millimeters, so right in the ballpark of this one. And this is in Kolkata. I'm hoping to get back there soon. So if you like this kind of reportage style, then I think this could be a cool lens. One thing I forgot to say is that, and that's maybe the best thing about all of it, since with the GFX 100S, you know, prices have been basically slashed. You now can get a 100 megapixel medium format camera for $6,000 or 6,000 euros. It almost cut the price of this baby here, the GFX 100, in half. And so I'm expecting a lot of people to, you know, to step into the GF lenses. And my recommendation would be, like, I get asked this all the time, what are your favorite lenses? Well, without a doubt, the GF 3264 and the GF 110, those I would recommend to every GFX buyer. But then if you're looking into more like specialty lenses or lenses for a specific purpose, I really think this 45 1.4, if you love shallow depth of field, could be really cool. And I'm going to report back to you when I do the actual testing video on how the manual focusing goes, because I'm also an autofocus kind of guy, so I'm really curious as to how I will fare. Now, generally my shooting style is pretty set, so in the sense that I don't shoot a lot of moving objects, so I guess I should be fine. And even if I would be shooting moving objects or subjects, I guess I would just focus manually where I expect them to pass by and then just, you know, press the shutter. Let's have a look if you guys have any questions, or if not, I'll go to the first aid room and stop myself from bleeding to death. No, it's not. No. Okay, so well, that was the big reveal again, the GF45 1.4 lens. Really looking forward to trying that out. And by the way, for those of you who are from Belgium and the Netherlands, stay tuned, because really soon, I think it's on the 21st of March, there will be an well, it's already on Facebook anyway, but there will be an announcement. There will be a live show with my good buddies Tom Museo and Peter Doop, and we will introduce the GFX 100S to you in there. Okay, well, that's about it. I'm going to tune out now, and that's all I wanted to show. Bye bye, guys, and see you another time.